ever wondered why it's easier to shower others with love and kindness, yet so difficult to extend the same to ourselves? It's a common paradox that many of us face. But have you ever stopped to consider the power that lies in self-love? Self-love is more than just a trendy buzzword. It's a fundamental aspect of personal growth and mental health. It's about recognizing your worth, acknowledging your achievements, and embracing your flaws. When we learn to love ourselves, we build a foundation of confidence that helps us overcome insecurities. It's like putting on a suit of armor that shields us from the harsh blows of self-doubt and criticism. But how do we cultivate this self-love? How do we transform from being our own worst critic to our own biggest cheerleader? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore in this journey. A journey that will take us through avoiding comparisons, setting healthy boundaries, practicing positive self-talk, showing self-compassion, and embracing our flaws. So, are you ready to discover the power of self-love? Are you ready to build a stronger, more confident you? Stay tuned as we delve into the steps you can take to cultivate self-love and boost your confidence. Step 1, halt the comparison game. It's a trap that we often fall into, measuring our worth by the yardstick of others. But let's consider this. How fair is it to compare your behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel? It's like comparing apples and oranges, two different entities with their own unique traits. The harm in comparison lies in its power to diminish our self-confidence and inflate our insecurities. It's a game where there are no winners, only losers. You're not in a race against others, but rather, you're on a journey, your journey. And it's one that should be measured by your progress, by the steps you take every day to better yourself and grow. So, instead of looking sideways and comparing yourself to others, focus on your own path. Celebrate your victories, however small they may be. Acknowledge your growth and the progress you've made. It's not about being better than someone else, but about being better than you were yesterday. Remember, every person's journey is unique and valuable. Embrace yours. Step 2, draw the line. Setting healthy boundaries is not just about saying no. It's about recognizing your worth and respecting your own mental and emotional health. Think of it as creating a personal space, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. Here are a few examples. Imagine you have a friend who often leans on you for emotional support, but it's starting to drain you. It's okay to tell them, I care about you, but I need some time for myself too. Or perhaps, your boss is emailing you after hours. You can establish a boundary by saying, I'll be sure to address this first thing in the morning during my working hours. These boundaries aren't about pushing others away, but rather about valuing your own time, energy, and emotional well-being. It's about giving yourself permission to put your needs first and understanding that it's not selfish, but rather a crucial aspect of self-care and self-love. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. By setting boundaries, you respect and value yourself. Scene script. Step 3, speak kindly to yourself. Now this may seem like a simple idea, but let me assure you, it is a powerful one. Positive self-talk can be a game changer. It's about changing the narrative in your head and replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations. So, what does positive self-talk look like? Let's imagine you're faced with a challenging task at work. Instead of telling yourself, I can't do this, it's too hard, you could say, I have tackled difficult tasks before and I can do it again. Or perhaps you've made a mistake. Instead of berating yourself and thinking, I'm such a failure, you could turn that around and say, I'm human, and humans make mistakes. I will learn from this and grow. But why does positive self-talk work? Well, it all comes down to the science of our brains. You see, our brain believes what we tell it. When we repeatedly tell ourselves something, be it positive or negative, our brain starts to accept it as a fact. This process is called neuroplasticity. It's the brain's ability to change and adapt as a result of our thoughts and experiences. So when we feed it with positive affirmations, we are essentially training it to view the world, and more importantly, ourselves, in a more positive light. Incorporating positive self-talk into your daily routine can make a significant difference. You can start your day with a positive affirmation like, "I am capable and I am strong," or end your day with, "I did my best today, and that's enough." You can even use positive affirmations when you're feeling low or facing a challenge. Remember, it's not about denying reality or ignoring your feelings. It's about acknowledging your feelings and then choosing to focus on the positive. It's about giving yourself the same kindness and understanding you'd give to a friend. Your words have power. Use them to uplift yourself. Scene script. Step 4. Extend compassion to yourself. We are often our harshest critics. This self-criticism can be a roadblock to self-love and confidence. Here's where self-compassion steps in. But what is self-compassion? It's about treating ourselves with the same kindness, understanding, and forgiveness we would extend to a dear friend. Self-compassion is acknowledging our imperfections and mistakes without judgment or criticism. It's about recognizing that everyone, including you, is on a unique journey, and it's okay to stumble along the way. It's about offering ourselves love and acceptance in our most vulnerable moments. Just as a plant needs water to grow, our self-love and confidence need self-compassion to flourish. So how can we practice self-compassion? It begins with mindfulness, being aware of our thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. When we make a mistake, instead of berating ourselves, we can choose to recognize the misstep as a part of our shared human experience. Another way to cultivate self-compassion is through the language we use with ourselves. Practice positive self-talk. Instead of saying, "I'm such a failure," reframe it to, "I didn't do so well this time, but I can learn and improve." It's a subtle shift, but it can make a world of difference in nurturing self-compassion. Remember, self-compassion isn't about avoiding responsibility or ignoring our shortcomings. It's about acknowledging our flaws and failures and treating ourselves with kindness as we work to grow and improve. Lastly, practice forgiveness. We are all human, and humans make mistakes. Instead of holding on to these mistakes, forgive yourself. Remember, every misstep is an opportunity for growth and learning. Self-compassion is a journey, not a destination. It might not come naturally at first, but with practice, it can become a powerful tool in your self-love toolbox. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Step 5. Acknowledge your imperfections. It's time to recognize that you, like everyone else, are wonderfully imperfect. Our flaws, quirks, and missteps are the intricate details that color our human canvas. They contribute to our individuality, our uniqueness. They make us real, relatable, and authentic. Instead of hiding or denying them, let's embrace our imperfections. Let's see them not as flaws, but as unique traits that set us apart. Maybe you're a little clumsy, perhaps you're overly enthusiastic, or possibly you're a bit too quiet. That's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's you. Remember, the most beautiful diamonds in the world are valued for their flaws. It's their imperfections that give them character, that make them unique and valuable. So too, you are a diamond, unique and precious in your own way. Celebrate your imperfections. They are the testament of your journey, your struggles, your victories. They are the markers of your resilience, your strength, and your growth. Your imperfections make you uniquely you. Cherish them. Embracing self-love isn't an overnight process. It's a journey that unfolds gradually, like the blossoming of a flower. Through this journey, we've explored the power of self-love and how it can help us build confidence and overcome insecurities. We've learned to avoid comparison, understanding that each of us is on a unique path and that our worth is not determined by how we stack up against others. We've discussed the importance of setting healthy boundaries, of protecting our energy and time, and of understanding that it's okay to say no when we need to. We've delved into the practice of positive self-talk, of replacing those harsh, critical voices in our heads with words of encouragement and affirmation. We've reminded ourselves that our thoughts shape our reality, and that by choosing to speak kindly to ourselves, we can foster a more positive self-image. We've explored the concept of self-compassion, of treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we would offer a friend. We've learned that it's okay to make mistakes, to be imperfect, and to have bad days. After all, we're human. We've also learned to embrace our flaws, to recognize that they make us who we are. Our quirks and idiosyncrasies, our strengths and weaknesses, all contribute to our unique identity. They make us real, relatable, and beautifully imperfect. But remember, this journey to self-love is just that, a journey. It's not a destination, not a place you reach and then stop. It's a continual process of growth, understanding, and self-discovery. It requires patience, consistency, and a willingness to be vulnerable with ourselves. It may be challenging at times, but the rewards, a stronger sense of self, improved confidence, and a deeper love and appreciation for who you are immeasurable. Remember, the journey to self-love starts with a single step. Take that step today, and don't forget to subscribe for more empowering content.